Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we had the Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. And of course, Sean Porter and Ray Flores were our commentators for part of the time. We also had 50 Cent and Todd Grisham, formerly of WWE, also announcing. And we had a pretty good undercard with Dave Hayes and Joe Fournier. And, of course, Michael Buffer. Let's Get Ready to Rumble was there on the scene. Joe Fournier came out first, got his sombrero caught in the ring ropes, and then David Hay was also in the first match. This originally was going to take place in Los Angeles. Oscar De La Hoya was going to fight Vitor Belfort, but Oscar tested positive for COVID, and Evander Holyfield took his place in the main event. David Hay knocked out Joe Fournier in the first round. But this first fight actually did go all 8 rounds. There, of course, we see 50 Cent pouring the champagne. David Hay got the win in the first match. After 8 rounds, it went the full 8 rounds. David Hay pretty much commanded the first boxing match of the night, and Fournier kept it interesting. He did win a few rounds, but David Hay came out victorious. There's some lovely ladies there. John O'Carroll was in the next match. And there's Donald Trump. He was there and also was giving some commentary with his son, Donald Trump Jr. And the winner of the fight was John O'Carroll. He beat Andy Vences. He actually was the underdog, I would say, but John O'Carroll did win. Actually, there was some controversy to this match because Vences was leading most of the rounds, but the last 2 rounds, John O'Carroll looked very impressive, and he did, by the judges' count, he did receive the win. In the next match, it was 2 MMA greats, Tito Ortiz and also Anderson Silva. Tito Ortiz came out to Hulk Hogan's theme song, Real American, and brought the American flag. You know, there was a lot of mention about, since this is mostly a wrestling channel, there was a lot of mention about WWE, particularly when Donald Trump was speaking to Jorge Masvidal and also Todd Grisham. And they talked about WWE when Donald Trump was at WrestleMania against Vince McMahon and was able to shave Vince's head. They talked about Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, who, of course, both had MMA experience. And Tito Ortiz and Anderson Silva, this match did not last very long at all. It didn't even go 1 round, and Silva knocked out Tito Ortiz. Of course, the main event was Evander Holyfield versus Vitor Belfort. Quite an age discrepancy. Evander Holyfield was 58. Evander Holyfield's daughters were worried about his health going into a fight, especially with somebody so much younger. Of course, all things being equal, Holyfield would have an advantage in a boxing ring against an MMA fighter like Belfort. But with the age difference, that was another question about this fight. You know, how effective was Holyfield going to be against the younger Vitor Belfort? Evander Holyfield came out and we had the Brazilian national anthem followed by the U.S. national anthem. Someone probably from the left was yelling something derogatory during the national anthem, and most of the crowd shut her up. And I'm just reporting the facts here. The whole crowd chanted USA, USA, followed by we want Trump, we want Trump. And Evander Holyfield came out. We had another short match. First, Holyfield looked like he slipped. Then Belfort hit him again and knocked him down with an uppercut. Again, this was in the first round. And then he started pummeling Holyfield, and the referee stopped it. And Vitor Belfort won the main event. Holyfield was not very happy. He said that he felt like Belfort had pushed him and that he kind of didn't get a fair fight. But it certainly seemed like Belfort was going to be dominant in this match. It's not the Evander Holyfield that we saw 15, 20 years ago against Mike Tyson. It just wasn't the same person. You know, we all get old. At the end, there was an interview between Todd Grisham, 50 Cent, Sean Porter, and Evander Holyfield, and kind of 50 Cent teased a potential Tyson versus Holyfield fight in the future. And Holyfield seemed to be positive about that. So we will see in the future if that takes place. Of course, you know, I'm not sure either of these guys, whether or not they should be in a ring is another story. But there you have it, folks. The Triller Fight Club event of September 11th, 2021. The main event, Vitor Belfort knocked out. He knocked him out. And Holyfield also fell. And then the ref stopped the fight in the first round. The winner, Vitor Belfort. Thank you for calling the Wrestling Hotline.